did. I thought it was Mike.
It's been a while.
I've seen her. She's been in the hospital. How are you? Good to see you.
Okay, 6 o'clock, we'll call our meeting to order. Sarah, will you please do the roll call?
John Hardy, Linda Barnhart,
Present?
Eric Goff,
Here.
Shannon Martin,
Present.
Tim Lewis,
Present.
Daniel Gant, Michael Bush, Ronald Stewart,
Present.
Troy Barrett.
Present.
Okay, we do have a quorum. Approval of the agenda, I don't think there's any changes to it.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr.
Second.
Goff, second by Mr. Truitt to approve the agenda as submitted. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the agenda is approved. Do we have anyone that signed up under the open governmental? Let the record show that there's no one to speak from there. Approval of the meeting minutes.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion by Mr. Goff, second by Mr. Truitt to approve the meeting minutes as submitted. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We have 5 public hearings, Nestle Junction.
Yes, the first public hearing tonight's a request for final plat approval. The project is Nestle Junction, Section 2, lots 3 through 6. The file is 2411-340. The developer is Stewart Properties LLC, and the surveyor is Site Planning, Design, and Survey. It's located in the Falling Waters District, Tax Map 6, Parcel 6.1, and is located on the north side of Grade Road, approximately 350 feet east of its intersection with Kitchens Orchard Road. The developer is proposing 4 single-family residential lots on 11.27 acres to be served by public water and private septic. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance. Therefore, staff recommends final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $201,364.80. Plat to be released upon receipt of surety and developer's agreement.
Do we have anyone to represent the project? Let the record show that there's no one to represent the project. Planning Commission members, or if this is a public hearing, if there's questions or comments regarding this project, please come forward, state your name, your address, and any questions you might have regarding Nestle Junction.
There is no one. I move to close public hearing.
Second.
Okay, I don't see anybody moving other than just wobbling around, so I guess we're okay. I have a motion by Mr. Goff, second by Mr. Lewis to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Yeah. Hey, you
He's stuck
you got turned down, leave. No, I'm just kidding with you. Okay, Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Llewellyn, who represents the project? If there are no questions, could I have a motion?
No questions, I'll make a motion. We accept staff recommendations for final plat approval contingent on receipt of surety in the amount of $201,364.80. Said plat to be released on receipt of surety and a developer's agreement.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Goff, to accept staff recommendation, and that is to require a bond in the amount of $201,364.80. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. You didn't even get to sit down, did you? Pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Llewellyn. Okay, Southbrook.
Yes, this is a public hearing for request for final plat approval. The project is Southbrook Section 2, Phase 5, townhouse lots 138 through 145 and 162 through 169, and single-family lots 222 through 239, 252 through 258, 261 through 263, and 300 through 312. The file is 2412-397. The developer is Chandler's Glen LLC. The engineer is Gordon. It's located in the Mill Creek District, Tax Map 3, Parcel 9, and is located on Shiley Road, approximately 0.3 miles north of Hatchery Road. This final plat proposes 41 single-family lots and 16 townhouse lots on 44.84 acres to be served by public water and sewer. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $1,058,676 even, plat to be released upon receipt of surety and developer's agreement.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent the project? Southbrook.
Rick Perry from Integrity Federal Services.
Thank you.
Wilson. I represent the development.
Okay, this is a public hearing. Questions or comments at this time, please?
If there are no comments, I move to close public hearing.
Let the record show that there is no one from the public to speak. Motion by Mr. Goff to close public hearing.
Second.
Second by Mr. Truitt. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing's now closed. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Wilson or of Ms. Perry? If not, can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion, we accept staff recommendations for final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $1,058,676. Said plat to be released upon receipt of surety and a developer's agreement.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Lewis,
Second.
second by Mr. Goff to accept staff recommendation, and that is to grant final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $1,058,676. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
The next public hearing is Communities of Burwell Phase 11. Sorry.
This is a public hearing for request for final plat approval. The project is Communities of Burwell Phase 11, lots P1 through P14 and H26 through H37. The file is 2410-301. The developer's Burwell Properties LLC and the surveyor is Roberts Land Surveying. It's located in the Falling Waters District, tax map 13, parcel 10.4, and is located on Knighttown Road, approximately 1 mile west from its intersection with Weaver Lane. The project proposes 28 single-family lots on 20.15 acres to be served by public water and sewer. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $382,129.50, plat to be released upon receipt of surety.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent Communities of Burwell Phase 11?
Yes, ma'am. Mike Roberts, represent the project.
Thank you, Mike. Again, public hearing, questions or comments at this time, please.
If there is no one to speak, I move to close public hearing.
Okay, let the record show that no one speaks regarding the project. I have a motion by Mr. Goff to close public hearing.
Second.
Second by Mr. Truitt. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing is now closed. Planning Commission members, do you have questions from Mr. Roberts or the staff?
Hearing no questions, I make a motion, we accept staff recommendations for final plat approval contingent on receipt of surety in the amount of $382,129.50, plat to be released on receipt of surety.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Goff, to accept the staff recommendation, and that is to grant final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $382,129.50. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. The next one is Communities of Burwell Phase 12.
Yes, this is a public hearing for request for final plat approval. The project is Communities of Burwell Phase 12, lots J9 through J18 and L39 through L46. The file is 2410-302. The developer is Burwell Properties LLC and the surveyor is Roberts Land Surveying. It's located in the Falling Waters District, tax map 13, parcel 10.4, and is located on Knighttown Road, approximately 1 mile west from its intersection with Weaver Lane. The project proposes 18 townhouse lots on 1.86 acres to be served by public water and sewer. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $26,400 even, plat to be released upon receipt of surety.
Thank you. Mr. Roberts, you represent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Again, public hearing, Burwell, Phase 12. If you have questions, please come forward and make those known at this time.
Move to close public hearing, seeing that there is no one.
Okay, no one to speak from the public. Have a motion by Mr. Goff,
Second.
second by Mr. Truitt to close public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing is now closed.
Thank you.
Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Roberts or of the staff?
Hearing no questions, I make a motion we accept staff recommendations for final plat approval contingent on receipt of surety in the amount of $26,400. Plat to be released on receipt of surety.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Goff to accept staff recommendation, and that is to grant final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $26,400. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, the next public hearing we have is Steely. Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
Steely Lane.
This is a public hearing for request for waiver. The project is Steely Lane, file 2504-089. The developer is Matt Diener and the surveyor is Alpha Associates. It's located in the Falling Waters District, tax map 10, parcel 39, and is located on the east side of Williamsport Pike, approximately 1 mile north of DuPont Road. The developer is proposing the subdivision of an existing 1.1 acre lot, which Steely Lane dissects. There's an existing dwelling on each side of the road. Lot 1, which is 119 Steely Lane, is approximately 0.54 acres and is already served by private well and septic. And Lot 2, which is 62 Steely Lane, is approximately 0.56 acres and is already served by public water and private septic. The developers requesting waivers to Article 5, Table 5-4, requiring a minimum of 40,000 square feet for lots served by public water and private septic, and Article 5, Table 5-6, requiring a minimum of 60,000 square feet for lots served by private well and septic. Proposed lots 1 and 2 had their existing septic systems evaluated by the Berkeley County Health Department. In a letter from the Health Department, Michaela LaCour, Sanitarian 2, states that the Berkeley County Health Department approves the subdivision of this lot into 2 lots due to the fact that they already have septic systems in established reserve areas. Since proposed lots 1 and 2 are already improved and the Health Department is in favor of the subdivision, staff recommends approval of the waivers to Article 5, Table 5-4, and Table 5-6.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent the project? Anyone represent Steely Lane? Let the record show that there's no one to speak for the project. Planning Commission members, do you have questions? Oh, let me say, this is a public hearing. If you have questions or comments regarding this project, now's your opportunity to make those known.
If there is no one to speak, I move to close the public hearing.
No one wishes to speak regarding Steely Lane, either for it or against it. Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Goff to close public hearing.
Second.
A second by Mr. Truitt. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing is now closed. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of the staff?
Any kind of backstory on this, how that 1 acre would have had 2 houses built? Or
It's extremely old.
extremely old?
Yeah, that's the only thing. I think the houses have been there since like. Prior to any old in terms of approvals or requirements, let me reiterate.
You still maintain youthful. Okay, if there's no further questions of the Planning Commission, we do have the copy of the Board of Health. Michaela, is there anybody who wishes to ask any additional questions? If not, I'm ready for a motion.
I'll move the staff recommendation to approve the waivers.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Norton to approve the staff recommendation. Did I hear you a second down there, Mr. Barrett? Okay. A second by Mr. Barrett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, preliminary plan approval, industrial zone proposed water tank.
Yes, this is a request for preliminary plan approval. The project is the Berkeley County Public Service Water District Industrial Zone Elevated Water Tank, file 2410-318. The developer is the Berkeley County Public Service Water District, and the engineer is Fox and Associates. It's located in the Arden District, tax map 14, parcel 36. This site's located on the west side of Development Drive, approximately 0.80 miles south of Business Park Drive. The developer is proposing a freestanding water tank on 1 acre. No waivers or exceptions have been requested. On April 11th, 2025, County Engineer Doug Smith deemed the above-mentioned project compliant with the subdivision ordinance. The preliminary plan meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends approval of the preliminary plan.
Do you have anyone? Mr. Sionovich, I see you making your way up here.
Yes, good evening. Steve Sionovich with Fox and Associates, representing the applicant.
Thank you. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Sionovich? Is this the water tank that's going to, or the water supply that's going to allow that mobile home community out there off of Welltown Road?
I think that might be the road.
It's another one. This one's the one over by P&G in Development Drive.
They
have their own private system. Well, to Laura's point, there's another
There is another one that's
Ridge
on
Road.
Ridge Road. They're
Yeah.
just waiting on the DOH entrance permit, and they should have it within the next.
Okay. So who is this going to supply?
It's more of a storage type of issue. There are some properties in South County that the Berkeley County Public Service Water District is a little hesitant about granting approvals to those.
Okay.
Because of the volume that's in storage, in their opinion, is inadequate. Over the course of the last couple of years, the district uses Dewberry as their engineer. So we have been, I guess the most recent example was the Board of Child Care, not the Board of Child Care, the Mountaineer Recovery Center. We had to go through some evaluations there to determine fire separation of the structures, where the amount of water that's necessary, you need more water to fight a fire when the buildings are 20 feet apart compared to the amount of water when the buildings are 35 feet apart. So there's many improvements that the district's proposing. A lot of those are transmission line improvements and also improvements to water and storage. Having a storage tank in a select area, they're trying to get storage of water throughout the entire Berkeley County service area. So this is just really one of, and I also use, Cardinal Point as an example. We have the General Motors tank that would feed Cardinal Point, and we have the Falling Waters tank that would feed Cardinal Point. And that's a pretty good distance from General Motors to Falling Waters. So, the folks that would, or the businesses or the properties or the users that would benefit from this could be quite a distance away from the tank location itself.
Thank you. Planning Commission members, how about you? Do you have any questions of Mr. Sionovich?
Hearing no questions, I'll make a motion we accept staff recommendations for approval of the preliminary plan.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Goff to accept staff recommendation, and that is the approval of the preliminary plan for the Berkeley Industrial Zone Elevated Water Tank. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion.
Thank you.
Okay, the next preliminary plan approval is South Side Towns.
Yes, this request for preliminary plan approval is for Southside Towns, file 2410-317. The developer is Mike Fry and the engineer is Morrison Ritchie Associates. It's located in the Arden District, tax map 10F, parcel 171. This project's directly adjacent to Winchester Avenue, approximately 150 feet north from its intersection with Sophia Lane. The developer is proposing 12 townhouse lots on 1.3 acres to be served by public water and sewer. No waivers or exceptions have been requested. On April 28th, 2025, County Engineer Doug Smith deemed the above-mentioned project compliant with the subdivision ordinance. The preliminary plan meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance. Therefore, staff recommends advancement of the preliminary plan to the final plat stage.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent South Side towns?
Todd Heck with Morris Ritchie.
Thank you. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Heck or the staff?
If there are no questions, I'll make a motion we accept staff recommendations for advancement of the preliminary plan to the final plan stage.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Goff, to advance the project forward to the preliminary plan stage. Oh, no, I'm sorry, to the final plat stage. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, final plat determination, Communities of Burwell, Phase 10.
Yes, this is a request for final plat determination. The project is Communities of Burwell Phase 10, lots A60 through A67, D25 through D30, E11 through E15, and K7 through K14. The file is 2305-156, and the developer is Burwell Properties, LLC. The surveyor is Roberts Land Surveying. It's located in the Falling Waters District, tax map 13, parcel 10.4. The property is located on Knighttown Road, approximately 1 mile west from its intersection with Weaver Lane. This project proposes 27 single-family lots on 9.01 acres to be served by public water and sewer. No waivers have been requested. On April 24th, 2025, County Engineer Doug Smith deemed the above-mentioned project compliant with the subdivision ordinance. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance. Therefore, staff recommends final plat determination and advertising of a public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the June 2nd, 2025 Planning Commission meeting.
Okay, thank you. Do we have anyone to represent the project?
Yes, Mike Roberts, represent the project.
Thank you. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Roberts or the staff? If not,
If there are no questions, I'll make a motion we accept staff recommendations for final plat determination and advertising of a public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the June 2nd, 2025 Planning Commission.
I have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Barrett, to accept staff recommendation, and that is to conduct a public hearing on June 2, 2025, at which time the final plat will be determined. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? You got it.
Thank you.
Okay, Foxtail Mills.
Yes, this is a request for final plat determination. The project is Foxtail Mills Phase 4, lots 53 through 80. The file is 2504-099. The developer is Thomas Companies, LLC, and the engineer is Fox & Associates. It's located in the Falling Waters District, tax map 17 and 17E, and parcels 14.5, 14.6, 11, and 45. This site's located on the north side of Beddington Road, approximately 300 feet east of its intersection with Beddington Road and Miss Stacy Drive. The developer is proposing 28 townhome lots on 2.67 acres to be served by public water and sewer. No waivers or exceptions have been requested. On April 24th, 2025, County Engineer Doug Smith deemed the above-mentioned project compliant with the subdivision ordinance. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance. Therefore, staff recommends final plat determination and advertising of a public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the June 2nd, 2025 Planning Commission meeting.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent the project? Mr. Sianovich.
I'm representing Thomas Companies, and I would like to add that this section 4, is the final or the last final plat within that community.
Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Sianovich or the staff? If there are no questions, how about a motion?
Make a motion, we accept staff recommendations for final plat determination and advertising of a public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the June 2nd, 2025 Planning Commission.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Truitt, to accept staff recommendation, and that is to conduct a public hearing on June 2, 2025, at which time the final plat will be considered for approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. Comprehensive plan update.
Yeah, so the only thing that I have is Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. is our last public engagement workshop. We have the focus group workshops from 12 to 4 that day, so we'll be wrapping up on those two items on Thursday. So I encourage anybody to stop by 6 to 8. We'll get a decent turnout.
We did get a good turnout the last meeting we had.
And that was in the middle of the day, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping this will be even more.
So there is one 6 to 8 in the evening, and then, did you say one earlier in the day?
Those are just the private focus groups
Okay,
that are based on different stakeholders. Like the abilities.
did they come at the last time we had that?
They were in the morning of the last
Okay,
public workshop. day.
okay.
There'll be 3 other ones on prior to the public work.
Okay, so you'll be having meetings all day
At
on
least half.
Thursday, yeah. Okay, Planning Commission members, if you can find it in your schedule to stop by, I'm sure that the staff would appreciate it. It'll give you good insight as to how the community is accepting the rewrite of the subdivision comprehensive plan. So if there's nothing
Move
else.
to adjourn.
Okay, Mr. Goff comes through at 6:27 with an adjournment. Do need a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Truitt. All those in favor?
Aye.